Kia ora koutou. Welcome everybody to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center in Christchurch, New Zealand. My name is Matt Chavez. We're bringing you action today, the NZIHL on YouTube. Today's match between the Canterbury Red Devils and the West Auckland Admirals, a repeat of last evening's exciting matchup where the Devils pulled one off 3-2 in overtime. Hopefully you got a chance to see that one yesterday. And the Devils, in the first time in quite a while, after 5 games in the NZIHL season, have a winning record. Very excited about that. The fans are excited about that. We have a full house again this afternoon, and we are looking for a, well, if we have as good a match yesterday as we did today, I think everybody will be very happy. So a bit of a recap of yesterday's action. So the Admirals started off with a very good first period, tight defensively, getting a goal and getting started. I think that was Max Vesper with the goal early on. The Devils come back in the second period and get 2, including from the 200-game veteran Chris Eden, and also the youngster, and that was, Fontaine. Jackson Fontaine's shot across the way gave the lead to the Devils in the second period. A third period goal for the Admirals made it nice and tight, and that carried all the way through to overtime, where Chris Eden, the hometown Christchurch hero, managed to notch another one into his legendary status here with a game winner, roofing it by Kirk Domagos and knocking his Gatorade bottle off the net for a game winner and sending everybody home happy. So if that's what we get today, we'll be doing all right. It's a fantastic setup. I do want to mention the other game that happened yesterday. The Botany Swarm dropped one to the Sky City Stampede 4-0. So the Stampede looking as ever present at the top of the standings as ever, but the difference this time around, the other clubs are all doing their very best to get to that second place position and the third place other playoff spot. And right now the Devils hold that second place position. It's a welcome change for the boys in red. So we're going to come back to you here in a few minutes, run some highlights from yesterday's game so you can get caught up on that. And then when we come back, we will bring you first period action from the Alpine Ice here in Christchurch. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. And left it right to me, and we're underway. The Admirals grab the puck early. It's Chamberlain with it behind the net. He goes behind Reason, holds on to it in the low corner. He's in near the goal line. Good shot by the Admirals. That was a quick, and the Admirals hold on to that for a while. Daigle with it. He actually did a bit of a toe drag there. Reason had to be on his game in order to keep that away. Out to Daigle on the point, off to the other side, and the cycle continues for the Admirals. Ellis with a shot. That was off the shoulder and up into the glass. Daigle with a drag. And a goal. Vesper with the Daigle shot goes off of Reason. Nobody there to take Vesper at the body, and he gets a close-in shot and gets the first goal of the afternoon. Luckily, the puck goes whizzing right by the guy's mask, and the play continues. That was a close one, as they say. Good hip check there by Eden on Chamberlain. Knocked him off his skates, but just temporarily, and a good clean hit of the second period. We're going to get going here in just a moment. Face off at center ice. Chalice wins that one. Knocked around a little bit. That's a bad turnover right out in front. Looking for somebody in the slot. Couldn't do there. Ellis couldn't get a hold of it. Hayward Jones with a slapper. Pass through, and that's deflected. Chamberlain with it right out in front. And a fantastic save by Reason. That's Sistrone with it. Paddles back, and Sistrone ends up with it at neutral. Again, he goes and gains the zone. Gets a heck of a hit by Nichols, but I'd say Sistrone actually the better of the two in that case. Starting to take over just a little bit. Long pass out. This is going to be an opportunity. Shot and a score. Goal. And you know who that has to be. Chris Eden on the outlet pass. That's tipped in, and let's see if there's a little pep in the step of the Devils here as that gets deflected out. Funny bounce off the dasher, and he gets bailed out by his defense. Brown gets knocked off his feet there, although manages to stay on his skates. And nothing stop ended by Henry. It's rough after. He's going to push it forward, and then he looks back, goes back down to the blue line out to Eden on the other side. Eden looking for a pass, bounces off the opponent, sends it back. Fontaine with a goal out of a great pass by Eden, goes all the way across, and Jackson Fontaine from the Red Devils makes it a 2-1 game. A long shot, and as that's passed across the ice, he takes a one-timer and beats Kirkomagos to his left as he was moving right. Back out to Chamberlain. Chamberlain's going to gain the zone 2-on-2 for the Admirals, but he can't really make anything of it. They cycle around. Good forechecking on the shots there. That was a very good shot. Well, I can't even imagine at this point. When's the last time we were thinking about the Red Devils being a winning team after 5 games? And the Admirals break out 3-on-3. They gain the zone. Try to wrist it in. That's lifted and behind the net. Daigle with it. He shoots, he scores. Daigle. 2-2 the score. Justin Daigle with the, he was really taking a blind shot there. I know this because I was on the same eye line that he had looking at Reason. He saw nothing. He just shot it towards the net. Welcome back, everybody, to first period action here at the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. This afternoon's game between the Red Devils of Canterbury and the Admirals of Western Auckland. This NZIHL game on YouTube. Getting started here in just a minute. Let's go through the lineups. It's going to be a rerun of yesterday's starters for the Red Devils. That's the Dan Nichols and Sean Brown in the back, Joseph Orr, Jackson Fontaine, and Chris Eden. That line accounted for every point yesterday. And for we're going to run Dan Reason out again for goaltender. Coach Korozov playing the hot hand with Reason staying in net. That does bring up a change for the Admirals. The Admirals will be starting in goal Noah Finlay. That's a change from yesterday, but otherwise they are the same lines. Those starters being Hayward Jones and I think that's Alex Regan in their defense. And then the front line being Fraser Ellis and Jordan Chalice and Max Vesper also accounting for most of the goals. So I think it's going to be interesting this afternoon because since all of the points were really accounted for by the top lines yesterday on both sides, the first team that really breaks through with the second or third lines, either scoring or having a better defensive or turnover situation, may be the difference in this afternoon's game, with the front lines being fairly evenly matched. And we are underway with Joe Orr winning the faceoff, getting it up to Eden into the near corner. He's going to hold on to it, take a quick wrister in, and that's held by Finlay. a good quick opportunity for the Devils just a few seconds into the first, and we are underway with a flurry. A face-off coming to the offensive side for Orr. Everybody stays out there, of course, for just 10 seconds of play to start with. Hayward Jones comes up with a puck, although that's almost turned over, but the Admirals hold on to it. That goes out to neutral, collected by Sean Brown, but that goes back in to the Admirals. Hayward Jones collecting for the Admirals, and they look to break out. Another pass turned over, shot in by Orr. That hit the post. Fantastic opening stanza for the Red Devils. Two solid shots, one off the pipe, so it doesn't count officially, but boy, that's the best opportunity in a while. And held by Reason, he's going to glove it. Actually, that's not true. It wasn't the best in a while. The best one was actually the one that ended the game yesterday. But for Orr, yesterday he probably had a game he'd want to forget. He was the culprit in the first two penalties. While it was a power play goal for the Admirals that started the scoring, and that shot goes in on Reason after the Admirals win that, but that goes behind him, and Reason doesn't have to make a save. The Admirals reset their offense in the back third, and they get underway. As they break out, I've got an unnamed number 17 for the Admirals out there today, so we're going to call him 17 until I find out who it is. Off to Daigle. The captain pushes it back to Mason Kennedy, the former Red Devil, and he gets the puck almost out, but not quite. And then you've got Hayden Bull chasing that around. The Graham Dallimore line yesterday did have some opportunities, just didn't close the deal on anything. But they may have been the difference in a very otherwise tight game. Tappan pushes it forward. Dallimore, long shot in, and Finlay gets it in the gear and holds on to it. 3 shots for the Devils already, looking dangerous. The ice is definitely slanted to that side for the opening few minutes of this afternoon's contest. That face-off won by the Devils and swung around, trying to hold it in, but can't quite do so. Mason Reese, actually I think he did, but it does come out to neutral. And thrown back in for another cycle. Oh, solid hit. That was Zach Steven taking the brunt of that hit. And Dodwell taking the puck away and going back into the offensive zone. The Devils keeping their hot start going. Yet to see a goal on the board, but they're doing their best to get the opportunities. And the way they're playing at the moment, it's going to be hard to keep them off the board. The Admirals looking to counter here on a short change. Quigley takes it up the right side, up to Chamberlain. He can't hold on to it, but that puck goes back out to the slot, then turned over. Eden's going to have it, a 3-on-2 opportunity. Brown's got it down the left side. He swings it through the middle. That gets deflected up into the air on the sideboard, out to the point, shot in. That's a little bit wide, looking for a deflection. Nothing happening there. Joe Orr looking to keep it in, doesn't do it. That goes out to neutral. The Devils collect and withstand that counter. Eden gets the puck up center ice, 1-on-3, then he gets some help out the outside, shot in. Finlay up to the task, although he did look like he took that one off the mask. It was a good one, and Vespers coming up the left side, trying to get an angle, but he can't do that. Back out to Fontaine. Fontaine and the first line back out for the Devils, trying to get something started here. Hayward Jones hit. Brown trying to do a hip check there, didn't quite connect, but stopped everybody enough. And a bad turnover by Nichols right in front. Vesper's going to have an opportunity, but he looked for the pass when he should have shot, and nothing comes from it. Some problems exiting the back third here for the Devils. Another funny bounce, but the front line finally gets that out. And Fontaine walks that one out through the neutral zone. And now Ellis goes in to chase for the Admirals. Doesn't get there first. That was Josh Lowe got the puck for the Devils, and they're going to break out just a little bit here. Lowe can't quite get the puck on a streak, and that goes all the way back to Tappan. He passes over, looking again for a long pass. That's deflected. No icing here, so everybody's chasing it. And the ice is still slippery as Tappan looks to try to get a hold of it, but he can't. It goes all the way back for icing. And a face-off is going to be coming up on the offensive side for the Devils. No changes available to the Admirals for the icing call. Going to come off the near face-off dot. Second line out there for, that might be the third line. Bull's out there. I guess nobody really knows which line's which, but those guys do generally play together, and that's won by the Admirals, number 17. And 17 passes it over to, a shot in on reason by Daigle. I think they're stopping play here because that hit him in the ear. It certainly caught him cleanly in the mask, so as a puck for a league rule, I know that they may be resetting the post here and giving him a minute, but in general, if a puck hits somebody in the head cleanly, they will stop play as long as it's not a scoring opportunity, which it was not at the time that they called it. So good officiating, and back underway we are. Puck kind of just sitting in that near corner there. Nobody really taking control until now. Bull with it, and he gives it up. The Admirals get a quick turnover here. Seisho gets a chance behind the net. He passes it. Can't get anything on that shot. That was Hayden Bull right out in the slot with an opportunity, but couldn't get anything on the shot itself. And the Admirals escape once again. Turned over, Seisho with it again. He tries a backhanded pass right into the slot. He can't get anything on it, and then a shot in by Matheson Graham. And that shot gets deflected and goes back out to neutral. The Admirals looking to get off the ice, but a quick pass in. And Bull's going to try to chase that down. He keeps it in. The deflection wasn't too strong, and it goes back into the corner. And then Gareth McLeish trying to dig it out for the Admirals, unable to do so thus far. Dodwell taking a tough hit in the sideboards as they work to get the puck out and around to the other side. And another solid hit by George Hopkins, helping to keep the puck with the team in red. That's thrown back and chased. Dallamore's not going to be able to get there. He's 2-on-1, but the Admirals are dealing with a strong forecheck. And Dodwell trying to get that pulled out, but he can't quite get anything on it. Again, the Admirals playing a very dangerous game with the puck getting in front of Finley's net, as Finley is he's facing a lot of chaos in the 2 meters in front of his net, and that is causing haven't been a solid opportunity for the last couple of minutes, but the Devils have definitely had the upper hand thus far. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Shot in. That one-timer didn't get through by Eden. Orr's got it. Orr to Eden. A little bit of miscommunication there. That puck stuck in the corner behind a leg. And as that kicks back out, Brown's going to collect it at the point. Not quite intercepted, not quite held. And then it goes out to neutral. Orr's got it. He's going to pass it across to Nichols. Nichols is pushing it up to the Eden waiting on the point. Pass it around a little bit. That's not an icing call here. No, it is an icing call. That arm go up, but we weren't sure because it looked like it could have been played, but the call is icing. So no change for the Devils. First line still out. Brown coming back out as all the Red Devil starters got to be on the ice for this one. And with 7 minutes gone by, it's been a pretty fast-paced start to the hockey game this afternoon. Orr wins that one, pushes it through, off to Brown. Passed forward, and there go the legs. The puck makes it in to Finley, and Finley's got to cover up here, so that's a good opportunity for the Devils to get all fresh legs out and keep it on the offensive side. Spark Business Hub, Christchurch. a 2022 sponsor of the Canterbury Red Devils. We appreciate your work and sponsoring us here at Spark. Thank you. That face-off won by the Devils, and a good opportunity, by the way, with a solid shot in, but knocked aside by Finley. And we continue on with, well, it's turned over to the Admirals. Taylor Kennedy throwing it in. And that gets dumped around. Reason swats at it, doesn't really get anything on it, and that puck goes into the snow on the sideboards. Out for a slap shot, gets all the way into Reason, then it's deflected behind. 2 shots, nothing doing there. Both of them off target and out to neutral. Actually, I'm not sure the first one, it was a leg save, but it looked like it was outside the pipe. We'll see. Maybe on replay we'll find that out one day. In the meantime, Perver's line's out there trying to dig something out, and Matt Graham manages to get it around and then flipped out. This is going to go for icing if nobody skates this down, but Matheson Graham a little bit late on that one, and we're going to come back down and start it all over again. Cedra Express, Elite Medical Courier. Cedra Express, a 2022 sponsor of the Canterbury Red Devils. We appreciate your support, Cedra Express. Face-off won by the Admirals. Hayward Jones with it. He's going to step in, take a good shot against Reason. Reason up to the task, pushes it into the near corner. The Admirals continue their offense. And that's Hayward Jones again from Daigle. The puck passed around, but then given up to the Devils. There, Alex Dam's going to swat it out. He's not going to get this for icing because Graham makes it there first. He's hit, and the Admirals recover, but the entire Devils outside of Graham get a change, so some fresh legs out on defense. And the Admirals go and try to whip it around the boards, but do it a little bit too well and have to chase it down in their own end. Looks like Luke Talon got that one away, and that's Chamberlain. Caleb Chamberlain, walk, gets a good shot right out in front. A very good angle, and then a bad bounce out of the boards as that was trying to find its way out of the zone, but then caught a dasher corner and popped back out. But the Devils do manage to figure it out. They get a hold of it. It still isn't quite out yet, but Hayden Bull moving it back around. Mason Reese not able to control it right out in front. Another Admirals opportunity, but that's knocked all the way to the blue line, but still not out. Hopkins trying to put a body on the Admirals player there, and that finally gets to neutral. Zach Steffen's going to hold on to it for a minute. He's going to look for something quick. Gets it to Chamberlain. There's a glove on the ice. Chamberlain's going to go around. That's a trip call. That's an easy one to make, and that's going to go, I think, against Dan Nichols. Probably not the worst penalty to take there halfway through the first period. Sorry, that was Dodwell that's going to take that one, not Nichols. They were both on the ice at the same time, two big individuals. But in this case, Chamberlain had an angle on Reason's net. Fair to say he would have had a very good opportunity, and I think that's if you were a football fan, you'd call that a professional foul. So we'll let that one go on the board, but it is special teams time. Daigle's got the puck out at neutral, and the Admirals are 5-on-4 with the power play. Chalice pushes it across to the other side. Opportunity for the Admirals, but can't get a shot. Good defense there. That was Nichols holding that off the play, and then that gets sent all the way down the ice to Finley behind his cage. And a little bit of forecheck by Fontaine. Young legs, lots of skating available for him. And Eden and Fontaine kind of causing problems for the Admirals' power play here. And that power play gets held up with a puck going out of the rink. And a good 38 seconds off this penalty so far. And the Red Devils, the unit that's out there on the penalty kill, have done a good job in disrupting the Admirals' opportunities thus far. No look pass as that goes in. That was a nifty one by Daigle. And that goes back out to him on the point to Chalice. Chalice is going to take a long one. It's deflected several times. Dangerous. and bouncy right in front of Reason, but Reason puts his glove on it and stops play with a very random puck bouncing in and around, but doesn't get past him. Majors Contracting, a 2022 sponsor of the Canterbury Red Devils. Thank you, Majors Contracting, for your support this year. We appreciate it. That face-off one goes out to Taylor Kennedy, won by the Admirals. Long shot in by Kennedy, and that's gloved and held. And we're going to do that one again. So let's do it again. Aotearoa Gaming Trust, a longtime sponsor of the Canterbury Red Devils. We appreciate your help being a 2022 sponsor. Thank you to the Trust. That face-off won by the Devils and comes all the way out. Little forechecking here. That's Sisho pushing hard with Graham up front. And the Devils taking a page out of their playbook against them with some good, solid forechecking and some numbers up front really bothering the Admirals' offensive setup. Atkinson chasing in there. He's going to get a hold of that puck for just a moment. And that hard skating has got us down to 30 seconds on the power play. Admirals trying to get something through neutral and continue to have problems. Low with it there. Josh Lowe. That's out to neutral. More harassment by the Devils. That stick goes flying. Puck goes across neutral. It's on the far side. And as that pass is missed, we're down to 6 and 5 seconds on the power play by the penalty for Dodwell. Dodwell comes out with 0 on the clock, 5 on 5. Player and the referee take a tumble, and Alex Dam had the opportunity to take a shot there, but play was stopped because of the player collision here. And everybody's having a good laugh about it, except for the two people that are pretty hurt. Let's see if I can see this here as it happened. No, by the time the cameras got back, nobody saw what happened. So the referee, and I think it was Daigle that took that one pretty hard. Kind of surprised. You usually don't see that. So there's going to be a stop in play. It's likely going to be a neutral ice face-off just outside the blue line here. Still no goals on the board in the first. Couple of opportunities, but here we go. We're going to see what happens. 6 guys on the ice, so somebody's got to come off, and that's going to be Alex Dam. And just as predicted, just outside the blue line, face-off coming. And back and forth we go. It stays in the offensive end for the Devils. And that's Gareth McLeish trying to set up the offense for the Admirals. That pass goes out to neutral and gets turned right back in for them. The Admirals having a hard time getting out of their third. This is usually the problem that the Devils have, but the Admirals looking a bit shaky as far as their first passes are starting. And you see Daigle with the experience walking that one out this time, and that was effective. It was passed to Quigley, and Quigley got turned over, and that puck's going to go out to neutral. Quigley gets hit. A few too many people over in that corner, and McLeish has it. He's right down the middle. He looks for Chalice, and an expert tap of the puck away by George Hopkins as he gets that puck back away from Chalice. No opportunity for them. Shot, and that was Dallimore just taking a wrister. It goes off Finley's glove safely to the side there, and another one comes in from that side. I think the Devils see something here. They want to come in on Finley's left, it looks like, although Eden comes up the right side. He comes and walks it. That puck ends up behind Finley. Another early whistle there as the puck was really in front, and the referee just couldn't see where that puck was, but whistle and a face-off coming for the Devils in the offensive zone here coming up. Fisher Hockey and Spinorama. Fisher Hockey has been a sponsor for a couple of years here for the Devils. We really appreciate their sponsorship with as much equipment as we go through. Always helpful. Thank you, Fisher Sports. That puck thrown back in. The Devils not letting the Admirals get set up in any way, shape, or form in this second half of the first period. Eden on the forecheck there. That puck cycles around. deflected up. Nichols holds it in at the point, has to get rid of it, and goes behind the net. Right out in front, looking for Eden in the slot, but couldn't find him, and that's going to let Vesper break out. He gains the zone. He's looking for Ellis, but instead holds up, looks for a long pass, finds Ellis in the corner. Ellis is going to go back out to the point, loses it outside of the zone, but recollects and resets. Turned over to Ellis straight to Eden. Eden's going to gain the zone. He's going to take he holds on to it, and for a delayed wrister, a good opportunity, but that gets turned right off the glass and turned right back. And then that comes off Eden's skates, allowing for the Devils to get a good change here. Admirals trying to get set up, but they turn that over to neutral ice, and the Devils come in 3-on. That gets turned away at the blue line. And Luke Tappan's going to try to collect and get things started here for the second line. That's turned over to Daigle. Daigle's got it at the center. And up near boards here, Matt Graham getting it over to Seisho. Seisho with some good speed in on Finley. A lot of speed, but just kind of pushed the puck into Finley there, and Finley holds on to it to stop play. Another good opportunity, just a little bit, spacing just a little bit off in order to get a good shot there. So Seisho with the opportunity and the fresh legs. Looking good so far for the Devils. Face-off drop, shot in, and a goal! Very quick. That was Matheson Graham right off a face-off, deflected right onto his stick. Quick shot in. Finley never saw it, gets behind him, and I think half the building didn't know that puck was behind Finley before he actually did. And just like that, all of those good opportunities finally paid off with a goal and a lead, starting it out for the Devils this afternoon. Just after 15 minutes of play, we finally have Finley solved. 1-0 the score, and we get back underway in center ice. Face-off won by the Devils. There's Reese and Atkinson in there on that left side. They turn it over. Chamberlain coming down hard up the right side. Gets hit hard by Reese into the board. He's looking for a call. He doesn't get one. His stick's actually outside of the rink. He got hit so hard. 3-on-2 is the opportunity for the Devils. They decide to throw in and go for the change. And a bit more forechecking, turned over again. That was Fontaine collecting that. He's out there with Perver at the moment. Fontaine and Perver running in that corner, but they get beat, and it's turning around. 3-on-3 for the Admirals as they gain the zone. Shot in on Reason. That was off target and out. It was Scott Henry getting an opportunity there, but a poor angle in. He had to take something. He gets a deflection up and into the netting for a stoppage in play. Access Solutions, our scaffolding partner here at the Red Devils. Thank you for sponsoring the 2022 Red Devils season. We really appreciate your help, Access Solutions. Shot in on Reason. He knocks it down off to the side. Fontaine with it. He passes just over to Brown, eventually gets to it, and Orr couldn't quite reach there. Brown gets in, takes a quick shot against Finley to see what happens. That gets deflected up into the netting, and a stoppage in play. Top line out there looking for more. And I guess that brings us right back to what I was saying at the beginning of the game. The first team with a second line breakthrough is going to be sitting in a good spot, and we just saw that with the Matheson Graham goal. Orr with it. He collects it back and sends it to Nichols. Nichols gets it out to Brown. Fontaine. Fontaine circles. Sent forward to Nichols and then up to Eden. Eden's going to have an opportunity to take a shot. He does. A speedy shot with Orr looking for the deflection. And luckily for Finley, he has a good glove and holds on to that one. Doesn't spill it and prevents any opportunity there. Was otherwise a decent wrister by Eden, but just into the pads looking for something to come back out. Finley doing the job and keeping it at 1-0 for the Devils. Face-off won by the Admirals. 17 coming up, and then tipped aside. We'll get that name for you here in a little bit, but right now he is still number 17. That goes out to Dallimore, and he's going to gain the zone, push forward, look for a kind of a flippy shot. Finley decides not to hold on to it for a change, and then that's swept around. That actually was very close. Nobody can see where it is, but Harry Lowe with a shot, or a kind of just a sweeping reach around to just kind of throw it at Finley and trying to get in before he gets to the other side, but Finley got there a fraction of a second quicker for that wraparound opportunity. Harry Lowe lost that face-off, but the Devils hold it in their offensive sweep shot there. And that goes all the way out to Daigle through neutral ice. Dodwell collects it. That's going to go up to Dallimore. He's going to try to hold on to it. 1-on-3. He's going to do something with it. He sends it behind the net and turn back over to the Devils at neutral, but the Admirals in some trouble. Knocked forward. Nobody quite controlling it at the moment. That's passed forward. That might go for an ice, not quite. And that was Gareth McLeish trying to set up the offense for the Admirals. It was during a line change, so they didn't quite get enough people out there, but they do have a 2-on-3 here. That is offsides. And Quigley came in behind Vincenzo Cistrone. And Cistrone looking, he had himself pretty good game yesterday with a lot of good skating, but a little too eager on this occasion. And now we have 2 minutes left in the first period of action. Face-off won by the Devils. It's out to, I think that was Mason Reese, up to Perver. Perver with a pass and a opportunity for Alex Dam right in front. Couldn't quite get it done. The defense was good there. And that pass behind the net, and as that gets kicked out, back to neutral. Quigley takes it across, gains the line for the Admirals. And back to neutral, line change for most of the Devils here. And that's brought in by the Admirals. And a goal. That was just too easy with a deflection there. Cistrone, and I think that was Chamberlain with the goal. Just a deflection, but that deflection put that puck in a place where Reason could not reach. And just as quickly, this game is tied 1-1. The Admirals, being thoroughly outplayed for the last 8 minutes, end up with a good break and take advantage of it, as any good team will, and have tied this game in a surprising fashion. 1-1 the score, and about 75 seconds to go in the first. Passed over to Eden. That was a turnover, or looking to get in. Mason Kennedy holds him up. And that forward press still working for the Devils. Eden with it to Nichols. Up to Orr. Orr had it to Fontaine. Fontaine sat on the line, but couldn't control. And Reason moves it behind to Nichols. Nichols looking for a long pass, but decides better of it and then gets it out to neutral, which is a good decision there. Kennedy throws it around. Brown's going to have to collect. Some tired legs out there for the first line. They're going to need some oxygen when they get into the dressing room here shortly. That goes out to Eden. Eden's going to come up the left side. He's looking for a pass. No, he's going to hold on to it. Off his laces, skates past the puck. That's going to be a big turnover. Chalice is going to chase this one down. Orr's going to play defense. Doesn't allow for a pass. Yes, he does, and a goal! That was a fantastic drag and pass to five-hole Reason. And despite being outplayed for about 16 minutes of this first period, the Admirals are going to go into the first intermission with a one-goal lead here, assuming nothing changes in the last 11 seconds of this first period. That one, not a good one for Reason. Looking at the five-hole there, that wasn't a positional problem. That just got under his legs. But a bit of a surprise, really. The shocker was the pass, and the ability to make that pass from that position was fantastic. And we'll get you the final stats on that and who's attributing goals to whom. But in the meantime, that ends the first period. The action stops at 2-1 for the Admirals in what has been kind of a shell shock of the last 90 seconds of this first period. The Devils played well and went up after 15 minutes. You think everything's going well, and just like that, the Admirals get two in a row right at the end. And quick little meeting right out in front where we're just seeing the Devils make sure that they don't get a little bit rattled by the whole thing. But that's quite a change in momentum and in the results on the scoreboard after one. So we're going to go to intermission here for a little bit. 2-1 the score. The Admirals out in front, shockingly, after the first period. The intermission will be for about 10 minutes, then we'll go figure out what's going on with the referee and everybody else and come back and enjoy the second period of action in about 11 minutes. Thanks, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Kia ora koutou. Welcome back, everybody, to the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Center. My name is Matt Chavez. We're about to bring you second period action here at the Alpine between the Red Devils and the visiting West Auckland Admirals. The Admirals, as you may have just seen, have staged quite the comeback at the end of the first period, managing 2 goals in the last 80 seconds and turning this game on its head with a 2-1 lead after a very solid period of ice hockey for the Red Devils, outplaying the Admirals probably for 15 or 16 minutes of the period and getting a goal, but giving up the lead in the blink of an eye. So we're going to get underway here in just a moment after the referee comes back out, and we're going to go have some second period action. Of course, the long changes on this one as we've turned around and everybody's in place. So underway we go. Puck dropped and the Admirals win the face-off for the second period. That's turned over. Orr's got it right out in front. He can't get anything on it. Fontaine with a good shot. Wrister on the fresh ice and doesn't quite. That gets deflected as on its way into Finlay. And the breakout for the Admirals. I think that was Chalice with that as he walked in, but didn't get any shot on target there. Fontaine's going to sweep it around over to Finlay. Finlay doesn't quite get a hold of it, and that's knocked around, but back out to the safety of the Admirals offense. And as that comes in, that's a long shot that gets deflected and ends up towards the point. Chalice is going to run that in. I think he's looking for Regan. No, he doesn't. He takes a shot that goes off Reason and gets bounced off his shoulder pads. It pops right back in front of him, unfortunately, out in favor of the Devils. It was a funny bounce like that that really hurt them for the second goal, and the Admirals took advantage of it. Fantastic goal, actually, and this time it worked out okay for the Devils. 2-1 the score. And that goes out to Eden at the point, or sorry, Lowe at the point. And the Admirals looking to break out. Vesper coming off the ice, otherwise that pass would have gone to him. And Daigle is depucked. And the Red Devils looking to get an opportunity here, but a fantastic play by Luke Tappan to steal that puck away from Daigle on what would have been an opportunity for them. I did get a name we believe number 17 is Scott Hendry, not the normal here, but if that's the case, Hendry's out there to take this. No, he's on the wing for this face-off, and he is on the ice. That's won by the Devils, but goes all the way back, chased by, well, that's Luke Talon for that one, and gets turned over to Tyler Kennedy. Talon can't control it. Lowe with it, goes in to his other brother, Lowe. And that puck finds its way back to neutral. Knocked around a little bit. Luke Tappan having a bit of a trouble getting out of his third there, and that goes right out in front. An opportunity for the Admirals. Goes begging for Daigle. A good effort defensively just to cover up that problem. Reason without his paddle for a little while here, and the puck finally goes out to neutral as the Devils try to get things sorted out. That was an ugly defensive moment for them, but the Admirals did not pay it off. 2-1 continues to be the score for favor of the Admirals here early in the second. Knocked around and back to the Admirals. The team in blue knock it forward. That's probably going for icing. No, it's not. Apparently, that could have been played. I'm not sure by whom, as the one skater trying to get to it couldn't. And we continue on. Maybe it was waved off. Who knows? Not sure, but Tyler Kennedy knocks it forward. And George Hopkins takes it behind the net, looking to get out of their third. The Admirals playing a couple more up front, but a fast skating start to this second period for the Admirals. They've really got their legs under them here and brought their skating boots out this period particularly, as we've seen several of their players cross the length of the ice pretty quickly and that's held in by a great play at the point. I think that was that Fraser Ellis that did that. Excellent individual effort by him. Hopkins with it behind the net again. Trying to swing it out behind him. He gets it, and now he's going to go the other direction. In the near corner. Turned over, looking for a pass for Ellis right out in front, but he can't do anything with it as that goes off his stick. Was slightly off directionally. That's flipped up over the net, trying to get something to happen, but a little too tricky for their own good, and the Fontaine trying to break out. Orr with it. He's going to hold on to it for a minute as Vesper and Daigle, or Chalice, push on it, and the aggression of the Admirals paying dividends immediately. The Admirals with the puck, and they look to get out of their third, but that's turned over. Graham with it, then Sisho. Sisho gets something off, can't do anything with it. He's going to slap it back in. Long shot in, passed, and then Finley throws it aside with his glove. Nothing doing there. Nichols with a long shot. That was screened for a moment. A good opportunity, and another shot that can't quite get on target. Another one out from the opposite point. Nothing doing. Hayden Gould collects it, goes to Graham. Graham's behind the net looking to get something on it, and doesn't. That's going to go to Orr. Then out to Sisho. Sisho holds on to it, tries a little backflip, and it works out in his favor as Finley holds on to it, and we're going to stop for a face-off. A good minute of action there for the Devils after the 4 minutes of just Admirals skating, and showing a lot of effort. Either way, though, no goals yet in the second. Still 2-1 the score for the Admirals. That face-off is won by the Devils. Dallimore pushes it, and then Orr had it for a minute, but well, no, that was Brown, and it just didn't quite come off his stick when he was trying a bit of a wrister. Behind Finley. Tough angle shot by Lowe there. And then turned over. Daigle's a one-on-one. Shot in off Reason's glove that went up and out into the netting. A tough wrister by Daigle, and showing very quality wrister with a lot of speed and a lot of heft. It just hit Reason hard, and that's what made it flip out of his glove there, and the stop and play. The face-off just back and forth, and I think the Devils are going to push this one out to neutral, and they do. Hendry pushes it back, and that's turned over to Lowe. Lowe gets it in for just a moment. Looks for a pass from Hayden Jones, and that is turned back. Sorry, Hayward Jones, excuse me. Dallimore looking for something, but the Admirals breaking out on their end. 3-on-3. Up to Hendry. Hendry's in the corner. We play it around to Daigle. Daigle gets a hold of it behind the net, looking for a pass. Just a last-second effort here to get the defense there. Dallimore with being just in time. A penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be on the Devils here based on... No. Well, let's see what this is. That is a slash. The puck bounced between players quite a bit, but they didn't stop it. So I had assumed originally it had been a penalty against the Devils, but it's not. It is Daigle for slashing. 2 minutes on the board. Power play coming for the Devils. That face-off ready to go with Orr. Chalice taking his time to get to the circle, puts his stick down, loses it. Orr tries to get a shot off 3 times, couldn't do it. He's going to hold on to it. Spins around, no real setup yet. Sisho out there, holding on to the puck. 3 on the edges here, but there's some organization, and that's going to pass it around the rainbow here. Eden with it, and then knocked out. Yep, they were looking to kind of move it around the arc in the back, and nothing quite coming of it yet, but here come the Devils with some speed this time. We'll see if that works out. Brown with it. Sean Brown holding the puck. He gets it back to Fontaine. Jackson Fontaine with the backhander into the corner, and the power play continues. Now it's set up. A bit more of an umbrella here. Looking for the pass. Shot, goal! Jackson Fontaine with another ripper from the left side. For as much as that power play was stagnating, sitting on the outside, Fontaine walks in just a little bit, takes a rip, and gets it right past Finley to tie up this game. 2-2 the score, and that penalty is off the board. Daigle comes out of the box, having served that slash to its completion. A good power play goal by the Devils here, making the most of the opportunity and tying the game back up. And when we get underway again, Mason Reese with it for just a moment. That gets turned back to Dallimore. He's going to skate a little bit, look for a long pass. He does. That's tipped in. It's not tipped in. Apparently that's going to be an ice. Early in the shift, so no problem there. That's just going to come back to the defensive zone. Spark Business Hub, Cedra Express, Majors Contracting, Aotearoa Gaming Trust, Fisher Sports, Spinorama, and Access Solutions, our 2022 sponsors. Thank you very much, all of you, for sponsoring the Red Devils this year. We really appreciate it. That shot in off the face-off to Reason. He takes it and the glove holds on to it, and we're going to repeat that one. Although this time we get a line change for the Admirals as they choose to go Chalice, Vesper, Regan, and company. That is won by the Admirals. Hayward Jones with it for just a moment. He takes the shot in, but it goes behind the goal. And the Admirals continue with their offense here, trying to play back a little bit more of that high pressure that they had and working. But that's turned over to Lowe. Lowe's going to collect it in the corner, looking for a pass. Right in on, that was Dodwell trying to get in the crease. He did get a shot off, just kind of went into the equipment of Finley, but a great opportunity for the Red Devils on the counter-offensive. And we play back and forth at neutral for a little bit. 3-on-2 opportunity, 4-on-2 for the Admirals, but that's broken up. And we go back out to neutral with a good defensive play. I want to say that was Luke Tappan on that one, breaking up the play again. Knocked around by Regan. He can't control it. Gets it out to Ellis. Ellis plays the body there and gives up the puck. And that's going to not hurt them as that stays in the zone. Daigle's going to get a shot off. High shot off Reason. That was not off by a lot. Tickled the webbing on the net, but it was on the outside. But an excellent shot nonetheless. And puck stays in the offensive zone for the Admirals still. Daigle controlling it. And that's going to turn to Sisho. Sisho's going to just get rid of it. Again, they're looking for an icing, but I don't know if it's going to get there. It is. So Sisho just a little bit, should have used a 7-iron, not a 6-iron there. And that's going to come back and keep the Red Devils on the ice that were out there at the moment. Let's see the gates open for Ellis. Not sure what this is. I really did not catch that penalty. Odds have to be good that it's a bench penalty, but that is a power play for the Red Devils. Still no idea what the call was. Waiting to hear from the PA on this. So it looks like a hooking call on Alex Regan. That was not Fraser Ellis. That was 16. So we'll get to that. Eden with a shot, had a lot of net open there, just couldn't hit the target. But that looked awfully good and a dangerous opportunity for the Devils early on in this power play. Special teams breaks out, looks to get to the blue line, can't do it. Eden is going to have to chase that one. A couple of fresh legs out there for the Admirals. And the Devils get set up for their push. Orr takes it in, gains the line on the right side, goes through quickly, looks to get behind, leaves the puck behind for Brown. Brown takes a shot that's deflected at the front. The forward getting the better of him there, slapping his stick, and we go all the way back. Perver out there with Eden, a couple of interesting combinations. Eden held up as he's double teamed, And that puck ends up in the Red Devils bench. That's going to be that's not neutral. That came out from the Admirals directly into the bench, but not high enough to be a glass kind of issue. So just a face-off with 44 seconds to go in the power play. And Perver wins that one. That goes back to Nichols. Nichols collects. He's going to choose to push it into the corner. And that's held on for just a moment, then turned right over to Chalice. He's coming hard up the left side. He's a pass in front, right in front. Good shot by Chamberlain, but better saved by Reason, and that turns right back around. Puck not quite in the zone, so they're going to have to reset. But good opportunity on the shorty for the Admirals. Dallimore holds on to it onto his stick, goes around the backside. Finley looking at it, looking for a pass. Dan Nichols asking for the puck and told everybody, and one of the defenders got in the way for the Admirals and broke that one up. 3, 2, and 1. The Admirals penalty is over. And there's a whistle here. I think that's going to be offsides on the Admirals as they entered a little bit early. And it's going to be called... Well, it looks like it was going to be called intentional, so either that or it was a hand pass, one or the other, but it's going to come down to the other side of neutral. Daigle to take the face-off against Orr. Daigle wins it, turns it around, then Hendry tries to get towards the net but can't. Out to neutral again, and Daigle gets control of this puck in a 2-on-3, and that pass trying to get in to the neutral, or to the slot area. Can't quite do that, so Reason sees the puck, jumps on it, and holds play to stop any danger. Quick pace on this second period. Hasn't been a whole lot of stoppage. I mean, except for the penalty there, it's just been a lot of consecutive play. A lot of smooth and transitioning plays by both squads. Shot in, that's off of Reason's leg pad. And back out to the Devils. Eden's coming up the left side as quickly as he can. Orgains gets in front and can't quite get in the way of Finley there, but Hopkins takes a low shot in. That's going to hurt whoever that hit. I think that was Mason Kennedy. He's going to come off as that was that's going to hurt his hand as he's looking at it. So we'll watch that as we go, but Hopkins gets back. Well, that's he goes away from the puck. That was Mason Reese playing it, and then that goes out to Fontaine. Fontaine gets it away for just a bit. Reese looking to clear, but he's out-skated, turned right around, but the Admirals player can't get the pass. I think that was Vesper with it. It was indeed. Vesper trying to get out in front. Now Ellis right out in front. And that turnover right to Ellis in the slot. Dangerous, dangerous spot for Ellis. But didn't quite get everything on that, and Reason was in a good position to make that save. Just didn't, it was a bit too central a shot for Ellis to get anything dangerous. Didn't move Reason at all, so in the end, a safe stop right in the pads. Devils break out 3-on-2. That's dumped forward. Perver looking for the corner and playing position. Dam skates around but can't get to it in time. And that goes back out to neutral. The linesman in the way there. 2-on-4 for the Admirals. A deflection. Vesper looking for more time out there and slashing away, but he gets away with that one. McLeish has it. He's off sides. And now they're all clear, but Alex Dam's going to collect the puck and set up the offense for the Devils. Back out to neutral and turned over. Admirals looking to come in, and they do up the right side. Shot in, and Reason holds on to it. Dam having a couple of dance lessons out there as well with Gareth McLeish, but they unlatch each other, and face-off coming in the offensive zone for the Devils. 2-2 the score. Just under 7 minutes to go in this second period in an exciting afternoon of hockey here in Christchurch. Linesman asking players behind to back up as the face-offs. It's been an emphasis this year for sure. Several face-offs were wiped off yesterday because of that, of encroachment. Sisho with he passes it forward, goes up to low. That's flipped in on Finley, and Finley decides to hold on to it. Probably a good decision there because it was a little bouncy and out to the outside, but Bull with a wrister and manages to get something on it and gets it stopped. Bull loses this face-off, though, and the Admirals continue. Cistrone with it for just a moment, then passed forward. Nichols sees it go between his stick and his legs, and then it goes back out to neutral. Graham with it, looking for a deflection to Sisho, doesn't quite hook that one together. And now Sisho follows the puck in as Regan has it and goes behind the net for Finley. The Admirals looking to break out in a lot of traffic, and they managed to do it really well. Regan up the left side with speed. He's looking for a pass, can't get it, wraps around, nothing doing. The Devils with some pretty good defense there. Shot far into the corner. It's kind of a positional play, and the Admirals swinging it back and forth. But Dan Nichols is going to get there first, and that's going to get out of the zone. 2-on-3. A bit of an opportunity for, I think that was Tappan trying to get something going there, but that was pulled away from him by the Admirals. Through, and Bull has it behind all of the Admirals taking a line change. Devils trying to get something set up here. Dallamore's going to take it in 1-on-4. See if he gets a shot off here. No, he's going to hold up and wait for his friends. And then a shot in on a tough angle. That was a deflected puck that goes out to the other side of the rink. And the Devils continue with some pressure, but they just need to get out of their zone here. Dallamore's going to have a one-on-one with Hayward Jones. He's going to skate up the left side, looking for a pass. Then he decides to go a little bit slow, and that changeup ends up in the corner. Dodwell's got it, looking for a pass out to Hopkins. Hopkins is a low shot, and it's a good one. Goes through two players, gets on to Finley, but Finley knocks it to the side. That puck stays in for a moment, but now it's a 2-on-2 opportunity for the Admirals. Now make that 3-on-1, and the defensive effort there, not tripping and holding people up. I think that was Dodwell doing the best that he could, and it ends up making the Admirals go offside, stopping what would have been a big man advantage for the Admirals. 2-2 the score still, under 5 minutes to go here in this second. And another tight hockey game here this afternoon in Christchurch. Taylor Kennedy throwing it around. He gets it over to the sideboards. Now back behind Reason's net, and the Devils continue their efforts to get out of the zone. They do here. Eden's going to chase this one down against Mason Kennedy. Eden gets kind of spun around a little bit, and that's turned out to the Admirals, and they're going to clear, or try to clear. And Eden just making the Admirals work hard to get it out, and they do, and then it's turned back over. Eden tries to pass that. Orr tries to pass that. He gets it up to Eden. Eden's going to follow that through up on the left side, pushes Mason Kennedy down. Fontaine pushes the puck back into Kennedy's body against it. Now he digs it out, takes a shot at a hard angle. It was an excellent shot. That was deflected by Finley, and can't quite get anything on that for Eden, so that goes back out to neutral. And Tappan knocks it forward. Dare I say he taps it forward? I did say that. And then that's sent all the way down ice. Ellis with a big shot. Oh, and that is, what a play. So Ellis takes the shot. It gets behind Reason, and Kennedy digs it off before it passes the line. Dan Nichols takes it off the line and prevents the Admirals' goal. He swings it out. It does go directly out, but low into the players' bench. The Admirals' bench all scatter, and then we have another face-off, and away we go. So Chamberlain right out in front. He can't get anything on the shot. That was dangerous, but well defended. And then another one right out in front. Zach Steffen with it. His shot's deflected. Graham knocks it out to neutral. Devils looking to get something set up, but they can't because of all of the speed that the Admirals have. Then it's up to Sisho. Sisho up the right side. He's going to walk it in. He took his own angle away with the way he skated there, but then when he came back in to take a shot, he almost roofed one. Another good individual effort, and the Devils looking to get back in as the tired legs of the Admirals are out there. A shot in, that hit the net, and that glove save by Finley right at the crossbar, maybe a little high, but that goes right out of play. And the Devils hopping again. Now it's the we're getting close to the end of the period here, so we don't want to jinx anything with the way that the Admirals managed to get two of them quickly. That face-off is going to be redone. A bit more encroachment. Perver Dam, who else is out there? That's Hopkins for the Devils, and Hendry out there for the Admirals, and Hayward Jones, who won that one. And the Admirals working hard to get out with three pressing Red Devils players on that particular effort. Shot in, that's knocked to the side. Reason's in the right spot, not on goal, but a dangerous one that the Red Devils faced. Out in front of the slot, and a goal! Somebody was left all alone, and he had a C on his chest. You can't leave Justin Daigle sitting right out in front of the net. A defensive lapse by the Devils again late in the period with just over 2 minutes to go in the second, and they give up a goal right out in front and had no business getting quite such a quality look by the captain in Ice Black. And that is the way the Admirals go back up on the scoreboard, 3-2. Slightly deflated Alpine ice here for a moment, but the Devils quickly move to get their top line back out and get something going. And Fontaine with it at neutral. And Lowe pushes it down. Not a hand pass, just swatted it down. Looking to get something on that. Then we get a stop. It looks like we're going to get a hold of some, no, slash. Who's going for that slash? That would be Mr. Daigle again. He is ensuring that he is all over the score sheet today. I think he's got an assist, a goal, a couple of penalties, and short of a fight, he's got himself a Gordie Howe. Minute 42 to go in this second, but that also means that the Devils are going to be on the power play for the remainder of the period, barring a score, of course, with that minor penalty. Devils win that face-off, something that gets right out in front of Finley. Dallamore's holding on to it for a moment as he skates in the corner, and Perver holds on to it, goes behind, looking for somebody out front. Graham with it. Graham's getting some pressure from Ellis, and that forces the puck behind the net. Back out to Graham. Graham's not going to get there in time. Ellis is going to have a bit of an opportunity here depending on what he does. He does not get a shot off. Turned around by Brown. Excellent defensive play. And that's tipped forward into the corner. Not quite. Dallimore looking for it, but that's turned back by the Admirals. Minute 13 to go in the power play. 50 seconds to go on the game clock to finish the second period out on the long shifts. And that gains the zone, but sent right back. Reason's going to play that one with a little bit of style and panache, and turns it right back to Matheson Graham as he collects and looks for one more opportunity to break out. They do exactly that. Orr coming up with a lot of speed up the right side. He's going to take a shot. Crossbar. That goes up and out. Orr with a very quick shot. And the Devils making sure that they preserve all their time on there. It looked like the scoreboard was running a little bit, but Orr with a dangerous wrister. Tumbling end over end. Finley was a little late to it, and it got behind him, hit the crossbar, went up and out of play into the netting. 23 on the period here. Devils win that one. Goes back to Nichols. Nichols thinks about a shot. No, he passes. Then another pass to the side. Nichols is going to try to hold this in. He can't do it. 10 seconds to go in the period. And Dan Nichols is going to pass it across. They're going to try to get something going here, but time is going to run out. Whoa! That puck goes right out into the players. And that does conclude play for the second period. That was a zinger heading right to the Admirals bench. Luckily for them, they're all wearing pads. So that's the second period. The Admirals coming off the ice. Daigle having a good conversation with the man in orange cuffs, saying, I didn't slash, but I'm pretty sure that he's being disagreed with. And it'll be 19 seconds on the board when we come back that the Red Devils will start off 5-on-4. The score 3-2. Daigle's goal right out in front. The difference so far in the afternoon's proceedings. Justin doing his very best to be the center stage actor today, and he's doing a great job of it, mixing things up and keeping the Admirals right in it. So just like yesterday, we had a tight one. We're going to have another tight one coming into the third period. But this time, the Devils are going to be behind a goal. 3-2 the score. The Admirals up on the road. Third period action coming up in about 12 minutes. 3-2 the score. So to recap, there is a penalty. Daigle's off the ice in the box for another 19 seconds for a slash call. So once we get underway, it will be 5-on-4 for the Devils to get something started. And it's really just kind of a reverse of yesterday. Yesterday, the Admirals probably played a little bit better than the Devils for most of the game, maybe 40 minutes of it, but ended up on the short end of that stick, even though they did go to overtime and got a point out of the game. Today, we've got the Devils playing the better match. Generally, just a little bit better, with the Admirals having significant good runs and good skating today, but say it's probably 60-40 for the Devils in general, but it's 60-40 on the scoreboard for the Admirals with a 3-2 score line and a 1-goal lead. So this, as I was talking to a couple of the guys on the crew here, this sixth game is actually quite an important one for the playoff race. And the way that this third period shakes out will be a very significant one for the playoff race for the NZIHL. So it's going to be interesting to see such an early game that matters quite a bit. So really excited for this third period to get started, and Hayden Bull to take that face-off, and they win it right away. Brown pushes it all the way up into the corner, but they're going to call icing on that because apparently Justin Seisho didn't get there first. And we are back all the way on the other side of the ice, trying to push forward to get something in those last few seconds, down to 12 on the power play. And the same folks will do it. Bull and Chalice drop the puck, and the Admirals hold on to it for just a minute. Almost skips out, and then the Red Devils take it forward. Matheson Graham up the left side. He gets hit hard. That puck stays in, then goes back out to neutral. Nichols to collect it, but 5-on-5, the situation. Daigle out of the box. Daigle with that puck for just a moment. And Seisho with a good little swift pass right out into the slot, but nothing able to come from that, with Bull not able to get a shot off. Ellis is going to take it up the right side. He's going to dig it out of the corner. Falls over with some help from his friends, and then Ellis kicks it forward, goes behind Reason's net, continues on. And a good individual effort by Ellis to keep that in the offensive zone for the Admirals. Takes another big hit for it. Dan Nichols then does his best against Chalice. And Brown's going to collect it. Fontaine trying to get it out, and he does, giving a bit of a relief, but Daigle, wow, Daigle looked like he was on a break, but Ellis did not quite clear the zone. Offsides against the Admirals, and that is a big break for the Red Devils, as that was a locomotive headed right towards Reason's net. Don't know how anybody would have survived that wreck. But nonetheless, the Admirals win the face-off, and they continue their offensive press to get started here in this third period. Lowe with it. He keeps it out. That is offsides, as it came out just a little bit. Luke Taylor not able to keep it on the right side of things, so face-off coming again. Line change coming for the Admirals. They're just not sure who's who. And the linesmen chase him off, saying, it's a little too late, boys. McLeish stays out with Daigle. Scott Hendry out on this side. And they will probably switch pretty quickly here after a turnover. Orr with it. In, out, in. And a pass across. Up to Eden. Eden at neutral. He passes it across ice, but can't get Fontaine on the run. 3-on-2 or 2-on-3 for the Admirals. And Daigle had the puck right out in front of him from too long there, and Reason had to swat it away eventually, and he did so in self-preservation mode. Regan with a pass across neutral and turned over. Hopkins sends it all the way through. I think they're going to look for an icing here, and they get it. That was a hard pass that didn't really find its target, so that's going to go all the way back. And a good quick 2 minutes going by, but Devils looking for quality offense, and neither team's produced it yet this third period, but plenty of time left in this third. And we'll see how that breaks down. That face-off just trickles right in front to Reason. We're going to redo that one. Good smart play to just smash it down with the glove. Reason doing his best to keep things right out in front of him. Face-off after the line change for the Admirals. And the Devils push this out. Dodwell's going to take it up the left side. Good quick move. The Admirals turn it over and collect it, but still a dangerous play. And then that goes out to Dodwell again, but in neutral. And they come back in. Dallimore with a long shot. Dangerous, but knocked aside by Finley. And a good back pass, but it does not go out. That stays onside. Dodwell to chase. Doesn't get it there. And the Admirals look to break out. That pass goes all the way down, but it's not going to go for ice, I don't think. Yes, it is. The hybrid being a little bit more loosely applied this year, which is probably good for player safety as well. And in that case, Mason Reese was back in time. And the icing goes all the way back for an offensive drop. Shot in and a goal! Out of the face-off play. The Devils tie it up at 3 apiece. Honestly, don't even know if that was... It looks like it was Matheson Graham that took that shot. But I think Finley, that's one of those bang-bang plays that less than a second comes out of there. So a good wrister from Graham, tying this game up. And we're back underway. 3-3 the score. And that one pays off for the Devils. Low with it. And that goes back out to neutral. Nichols to collect. Solid pass out to Sisho. Sisho flips it forward. Low does not hold on to it. Sisho plays it again. Gets it away from his defender. Pass to Low. Low gets a shot off, but that's kind of more of a play to the corner effect. And the Admirals on the back foot, but looking to get out into neutral here, and they do. That was Ellis avoiding a solid check attempt. Self-preservation at its finest. Now that goes out to neutral. The Admirals have to reset. Eden looking to cause some trouble, and as that deflection goes all the way down, Eden's going to play the forecheck and let everybody else get some legs out. Low's out. He's going to hold on to it. And up to, that was a poor pass by Tappan, trying to get it to Orb. Doesn't quite do it, and that's passed by and out to neutral. Turned over to the Admirals. And that goes forward to a long angled shot. I think that was Luke Talon that got that one. And stop in play, not sure what. It's the goal, might have been off, I think. Yeah, off its post just a little bit, so they stop play while it's reset, and the linesmen handle the equipment issue. Line change for everybody. Hopkins comes out, but that's about it. Scott Henry with it right out in front. Can't hold on to the puck, and as everybody digs, or nearly takes the linesman out, and Reason holds on to that puck, so we're going to have another face-off. High velocity first 5 minutes. 4.5 minutes, really, and the Red Devils doing the best to get that out. That was a funny bounce off the dasher. That's going to benefit Chris Eden as he collects and then tips it into the offensive end, but that comes right back out just as quickly. Hopkins trying to hold on to it. He passes back and does so. And that's out to fast-moving Jackson Fontaine. And a penalty coming here. I believe Fontaine is going to go for a hook. If I saw that out of the corner of my eye correctly, we'll see. And the sign is, no, it's interference. Don't know how he interfered exactly, but it doesn't matter. He got in the way when there was somebody not there with the puck, took him out. 2 minutes on the board And now we have the Admirals in the catbird seat. 3-3 the score, so it's all knotted up. But the 5-on-4, Daigle's got the puck out at the blue line. Special teams on the ice for the West Aucklanders. Passing around. Shot in and goal! A severe angle, but an excellent shot. That wasn't Vesper this time. Or was it? Who did we have there? Was that Ellis? That was Ellis. Ellis taking a high angle shot, getting it just over Reason's shoulder. And that makes it 4-3 just that quickly. The payoff, the penalty, the interference call against Fontaine. And the Admirals get that goal lead back just that quickly. In less than a minute, the Devils tied it up. And we're back to a 1-goal lead for the team in blue. Vesper with it. He gets hit hard. Reese with a solid check. 4-3 the score this afternoon in another good one here in Christchurch. Devils skate out with a 3-on-3, gain the zone. Solid defense by Taylor Kennedy. Out to Dodwell. Dodwell can't get it. Reese is going to back off. And the defense holds on to the puck for a few minutes here. Reese with it, looking to get it out, but an ill-advised pass to Sistrone turns it over, and then Reese has to regather. He can't do it, and he's got to collect it one more time. He sends it up to Dodwell. Dodwell has it pinned against the boards. Admirals holding it in and doing a good job of forechecking, take the puck away. Out in the front of the slot, Mason Kennedy pushes it forward. They hold on to it. The Admirals with a long offensive opportunity here. And a 3-on-2 break as the Devils turn this one around. Right out in front, an opportunity and a big hit. Harry Lowe just absolutely decked here. And that's going to go for icing. And the Red Devils saw a puck sit in the slot there with nobody able to do anything with it for an extended period of time. Unfortunately for them, that means the Admirals get away with one. Face off in the offensive zone coming up, and hopefully another sniping opportunity for the Devils to get this one back. But they are down a goal with just over 13 minutes to go in the third. Ellis with the puck for the Admirals behind the net. Finley hasn't had a whole lot of work other than the shot that got by him today, or in the third period, and that's going to go for icing as well. Nichols back in time. And now the challenge for the Red Devils is to take these consecutive icings and make something from it, as they've got some tired Admirals out on the ice at the moment. Hayden Bull to take this face off. Graham right behind him. And Chalice wins that faceoff for the Admirals. Does a good job of getting it somewhat out and then to neutral. Sistrone has it. He sends it forward. Kennedy's to chase, but Brown's going to get there first for the Devils. Although a ill-advised pass across to Sistrone. And the Devils now having a bit of trouble getting out of their third. So they're going to play long on this one, and icing is the choice. So they'll come all the way back and have a defensive face-off with the same players. Spark Business Hub, Cedra Express, Majors Contracting, Aotearoa Gaming Trust, Fisher Sports, and Access Solutions, our 2022 sponsors. We'd like to say thank you to all of them for helping the Devils this year. Coming up the left-hand side, Matt Graham trying to get something on it. He can't steal it away, so the Admirals turn it around on the far side. Ellis trying to get through with some speed, but he's held up quite nicely at the blue line with some good defensive effort. A lot of players over there. Scott Henry breaks out of it, can't get the pass to his cohort, and that shot goes in. It's a little dangerous, but nothing doing with Reason, just knocking it away there. And then that's turned over. The Admirals chase back in. Behind the net we go. And a bit of a fall held up just a little bit, but not a lot, making the most of it. And that puck held by Orr going behind Reason's net. The forechecking paying off for the Admirals. They do call that one out. That is offsides. So the Red Devils get away with that one a little bit as the Admirals were looking to keep that in and couldn't do it. Just under 12 minutes to go here in the third. 4-3 the score. The Admirals trying to get a roadie here after losing 3-2 in overtime yesterday. Chalice with that one, winning that faceoff decidedly, and then they throw that through. That was McLeish just looking for something, and he gets it down to the far corner as the puck matriculates its way into the right corner. Out by the Devils, play up to Dodwell. Dodwell's going to get a 2-on-2. He's going to go up the left side. McLeish wipes him out, but he does get the pass off to Dallimore. Couldn't do anything with it. Shot in front right. Dallimore scores! Right place, right time. Puck comes out. Dallimore, as he's skating right towards Finley, gets that right out in front, takes 2 steps, rips one upstairs, and ties this game 4-4. In a case of very good timing for the Red Devils, getting level again with that shot, going to make a world of difference for their confidence in this third period. Playing towards the net, just an easy opportunity, but well executed when the time came. And Liam Dallimore with the first goal of this weekend for him. He's got a great shot on him, just doesn't get a chance to use it enough when he's free like that, because when he is wide open and there's not a defender on that stick, he can get some velocity going, and he showed it to us right there. Apparently a Leeds United match has broken out, because apparently, here we go, Pump It Up is on the PA, and a shot in. A good slap shot by Eden, and another opportunity. Didn't quite get through to Finley, but Finley is on the back foot. Another one out to Lowe. He's got it coming around, and that puck up against the sideboards, jostled for and then sent back behind Finley's net. The Admirals breaking out as best they can, but they're all on the wrong side at that moment. Tappan pushes it through, off to Orr, then back to Lowe at neutral. Tappan collects it. He looks for a pass back to Orr. Orr's going to push it forward to Fontaine. Fontaine has to steal it from one of the Admirals. He is grinding away back there and keeps that in, and that allows Eden to get to the point, or get it to Tappan at the point. But the Admirals do a good job. Scott Henry doing his best to get that puck out, and they do get it all the way back. But the Red Devils get set up again. Dallimore tips it in, but the purpose of that was to get some fresh legs on the ice, and the Devils do exactly that. Eden with some good forechecking, holding that puck back. Sent forward by the Admirals. Daigle, but cannot handle it. Oh, and an icing, or an offside call that was Daigle really put himself in an awkward position to keep himself onside, and he did, allegedly. And the Red Devils continue with the puck in the defensive end. Dallimore with it for just a moment, and off to Lowe. Collected up and turned over in a bad spot. And Dodwell's going to get that puck and send it the length of the ice for an icing call here. I think that was, not sure if that was Mason Reese that gave that one up in a bad spot, but it was definitely an opportunity for Chalice as he was charging in and almost made something of it, but at the last minute stopped. And with just over 9 minutes to go, another barn burner here in Christchurch. Chalice wins that one. McLeish is going to take a long shot. That one did not miss by much, glove side, but it hits the board directly and comes out. So the Devils are going to break. Dallimore with it again. Dallimore with an off-angle shot. That deflection comes out, and I think it was Saisho taking a whack at it, and a good one at that. Was that Dodwell? That was, in fact, Dodwell that had a good effort on the rebound there. Finlay eventually covered up, and opportunity there for the Devils nearly paid off. Lowe to take this one. Sorry, Bull to take that one, and he gets that puck to the back, but turned over to the Admirals. That goes back in. Hayward Jones has it. He's behind Finlay. Admirals look for a long pass to break out. Ellis has it neutral. Up to Vesper. Vesper up the left side. Nichols trying to get there. Skated in, and that is Ellis trying his best to get something going there. Dan Reason's got his helmet off. He got kicked a little bit there. But that puck ended up right in front by another kind of couple of funny bounces. Nichols doing a good job to do what he could to keep that away, and then Reason right in the middle of it. Got his bell rung, making that save, keeping this game at 4-4. Puck drops, and Fontaine's going to collect that. Josh Lowe trying to dig that out for a moment. Chamberlain trying, I think he got the better of that one for the Admirals. Quigley sends it around. Tappan trying to de-puck somebody, and they do eventually get it, and that's going to come up to Eden. Eden's got it one-on-one. Good defense there by the Admirals, not allowing Chris to get any kind of shot off there. But that's a turnover quickly to Orr. Orr passes it. Eden flips it forward. Finlay puts a glove on it in some serious danger. A very poor turnover by the Admirals right out in front. And Eden and Orr jumping on it like sharks on blood. Can't get anything behind Finlay, but boy, that was a dangerous situation for the Admirals. Self-inflicted there. Dallimore with it. He's going to send it forward. That gets deflected off to the other side. Henry with it. Henry's going to take it up the right side himself. Shot in. Good shot, but deflected by Reason. Reason's a little bit out of position, and he gets back. Good save by him. And we go back for the Devils. Off of a stick that's just sitting out there. Somebody dropped something. It's an expensive stick, guys. Pick it up. Daigle with it. He's going to take it forward to Chamberlain. Or, sorry, Talon. Talon has it. Back out to Daigle. Shot in. Oh, and Mason Kennedy looking around like he thought he had something there. But Reason stopped that shot and held on to it for a face-off. Mason Kennedy looking for a return trip goal. Obviously, he's been a Red Devil for quite some time. His first season with the Admirals, having moved up to Auckland with the fam. McLeish has it. Can't really do anything with it as that got caught up in his skates. And that goes back to Zach Steven and Ellis. McLeish. Steven. Vesper. And turned over. Dan Nichols is going to collect it for the Devils. He sends it around, but McLeish holds it in at the point. Brown has it. Can't do anything with it. And Graham's going to walk it out a little bit. No, long pass. He's going to get it to Saisho. Saisho up the right side. He's going to have a shot. Blocked. I don't know that he got much on it. He took a sharp angle, a better one this time, but that one's kept in. No, it's not. That was offside. Apparently the shot was offside by Brown, so nothing doing once that got in, but Saisho with a good skate there. Not quite the, not a speed skater necessarily, but he is quick, and he took a good angle that time. He just didn't get anything on the backhand against Finlay, and that's why it went right on by. And as it bounced back out offsides, we got to face off at neutral. Eden collects it over in the far corner. He's going to walk it behind. He was looking for a wraparound pass, couldn't do anything with it. Quigley's got it now, or turned over, and Lowe's got it in the deep corner. Hayward Jones looking to inflict some pain, but couldn't do it. Didn't quite connect, and then ends up with Regan just getting it, smashing it out for the Admirals. Fontaine throws it in, and he's throwing his body everywhere to get this thing done. He doesn't get a penalty there, so that's good, but Tappan takes it, sends it forward back to Fontaine. Fontaine with a long slap shot, deflection, or almost gets something on it. Back to neutral. Tappan comes off the ice. Couple of changes. That one doesn't go for icing because it was tapped by Fontaine. He does a good job there. Dallimore to press a little bit up the side. So is Eden. They've got him trapped. They turned him over behind the net, and some help by Daigle digs the Admirals out of a bad spot. Reese is going to collect that. No icing there apparently, and Reese does get it, but just for a moment it goes right back to Reason. Player off the puck. So we're under 5 minutes to go here. Still tied 4-4. Daigle's got it in the offensive zone for the Admirals, and just barely kept that in. Hopkins with it, and then passed and off to Dodwell, and Dallimore is going to skate hard to make sure that that is not an icing, and it is not. Ellis holds it in. A penalty coming. Penalty coming up against the Devils, a high stick. That's an unfortunate one because that was just a hustle play, and it looks like Harry Lowe is going to take 2 minutes for the Red Devils at one of the worst times possible, just trying to do what he was doing his best to keep the puck out. So 2 minutes on the board officially on the, well, it's about 4:20 or so on the scoreboard. So Vesper to take this one. The Admirals in a good position here. This is going to be a big play or a big special teams sequence here for both clubs. It's going to play out quite importantly for the entire season. So this is a very important 2 minutes. Chalice plays that out and goes to neutral. Eden causing some trouble, and the Admirals can't set up yet. They're going to try to get some, well, no, they go with the pass at the point, and that goes up and out. Regan swats at it, and it just kind of catches the net on the short boards over on the far side. So that's going to be a face-off. It's going to come on into the zone because it was in the zone when it went out and didn't clear. Vesper to take that one for the Admirals. Minute 29 to go on the board for the penalty. And that's an easy turnover. Daigle just losing concentration there. Chalice holds on to it, but they have to reset. Then that puck goes all the way in. No icing there. Low with it. And they cycle Daigle right out in front. Chalice has it out high. He takes a shot that's deflected before it gets in. Vesper trying to dig it out. He does for just a moment, but he's bothered. Regan's got it. He's going to skate forward. He does not get that on goal. It goes behind, hits the net. Devils not even setting into a kind of a box or anything. They're just playing man on man. They're chasing, and it's working right now. That goes right out in front to Vesper. Oh, and Vesper gets one off the toe of his stick and unintentionally threw one that looked like a curveball, and Reason with an excellent save as he sticks the glove out and manages to hold on to what was a very dangerous opportunity for Vesper. I really think he didn't get much on that, but it curved and it slid like a bad drive going out to the right and into the bunker. But it was going to work, and Reason got in the way of it just at the last second. 27 seconds to go on the power play for the Admirals. They control the puck again. Eden's still out there. A good shot in front, but Reason with his pad save. Henry with it. Henry gets it back. 5 seconds to go in the power play, and that's out to neutral. That's going to kill this one. Taylor Kennedy's got the puck. And that goes in, but Fontaine's got control of it. And he's going to send it around. Ellis is going to hold it in on the point and does so, and that gets back to where Nichols is, but that's right out in front. Fontaine carefully takes the puck behind. 2 minutes to go in this third period. We're staring overtime right in the face again. Fontaine holds on to it. He gets a pass across that does not go to anybody as it was deflected when he took that shot. Line change coming for the Devils, and the Admirals looking to set one up here. 4-4 the score, but once again, a tight match, and this is going to come down to the wire once again. Puck goes all the way back to Reese. He's going to send it center and then up to Lowe. And then that's held in for a moment, but back to neutral. Bit of an advantage here for the Admirals. 4-on-3. Shot in, heavy one. That's a deflection by Reason. Kind of dumped it forward. And the Red Devils survived that one. Back out to neutral. Ellis with it. He's gonna charge. He's got Chalice on the side. He can get a pass off, but he can't. Then Vespers out in front. That wrister goes behind, off target. Mason Kennedy goes all the way across. Ellis can't hold on to it. Goes out to neutral. Taylor Kennedy throws it in. He's off sides for the moment. Minute to go in the third, and the Devils looking to get set up right out in front. And Dallimore dangles it in front and looks to get a shot. He can't. He's thrown off. And a big penalty, a huge call. Dallimore had since been relieved of the puck. Then Chalice took a walk at him, hit him hard, threw him against the glass, and this is going to be interference. Chalice goes for 2 minutes with 45 seconds to go on the board. So it looks like the Devils might be calling their timeout here, not sure. Yeah, it looks like they've taken their time. They're going to get the 5 out that they want, although I'm not sure it wasn't on the scoreboard. I think that's a delay of game warning for the Devils. They dropped that face-off with nobody around, and the linesman making a point that was not a timeout. The Devils survive it. One of the weirder plays you'll see. And the Devils get set up for a short power play here. And that goes out to neutral. 24 seconds to go on the game clock in regulation. Fontaine with it to Eden. Eden back to Fontaine. Up the right side. He's going to come in, hold up, pass forward. Looks for Syshow, but Sysshow's got to dig that away. The Admirals looking to just survive this. Eden's back out to it. Brown's got it. Brown pushes it. Time's up. And that is regulation. For the second time this weekend, we're going to go to overtime. A very big opportunity for the Devils here. Now, it does go by the wayside, so once again, we'll explain to those of you that are used to NHL rules where the winner gets 2 points no matter what, and the overtime loser gets 1 no matter whether it's overtime or shootout. International rules are a little bit different. There's 3 points a game, and the Admirals and Red Devils will each get a point out of this one. Winner gets the second point, but it's normally 3 points for a win, none for a loss, 2 for an overtime win or shootout win, 1 for an overtime loss or shootout loss. So you have Coach Korazov drawing up a play here. That power play is going to continue into the 3-on-3 overtime. So just to be clear on how that works, the 3-on-3 is actually going to be a 4-on-3 for a minute 14 into the 5-minute overtime period. For those 74 seconds, they'll have the man advantage, but the Admirals never will have less than 3 players on the ice, and Chalice will go back out to serve. If the play continues, we'll go to 4-on-4 for as long as play continues up until it's stopped, and then we go back to 3-on-3. So it's a bit confusing if it's the first time, but it does make sense. It's just 3-on-3 hockey is, well, it's different. So we're going to start with Eden and Fontaine out. and Brown on defense for the 3. Orr is going to be the man advantage. So pretty much the entire front line minus Dan Nichols to start out against the Admirals, Chamberlain, Ellis, and Daigle. So this is going to be an excellent start to an overtime period. 4-4 is the score. Next goal wins, and if we don't get anything for 5 minutes, we go to a shootout. So quick discussion from the referee to the coaches to let them know what's going on. 4-on-3, we are getting underway with Orr and Chamberlain to take this. And the linesman making sure that everybody's out of the circle. And the players creep back in the circle anyways. And Brown's going to go collect this one for the Red Devils. Again, 4-on-3, the situation for the Devils. This is going to be a heck of a power play. If they can get some open ice and an opportunity, and that puck goes up and hits, that stays in, hit the net, but they stay in play. The linesman didn't see it. And Orr with it. Down low, back to Orr. Orr's going to take a shot. That's deflected. Fontaine with it. Fontaine walks it around. Nobody there. The Admirals playing a triangle and a shallow one at that. Shot in, deflected. And that gets knocked all the way back. Brown's going to have to go collect. Ellis on his tail there. Line change. Graham's going to come out for the Devils. All the way up to Graham. He's going to get a 2-on-1. He's long shot in. Big deflection. No danger. Out to Orr. Orr's got it. Nichols is on the point, as is Eden. Eden's going to sit there. Walk it forward. Shot in goal! Matheson Graham sitting on the doorstep. Eden with the assist. And the Devils win in overtime again. Power play goal for the Canterbury Red Devils. 4 wins on the trot. Who is this team? I haven't seen them before. Great execution by the special teams. The Admirals getting stuck in a triangle that they weren't familiar with. Got pushed out to the side. Matt Graham sneaks up.
Long shot.
First player on the ice. Gets by Finlay. Gets a pass from Eden. Eden stuffs it in. No mistake there by Graham. And the replay is showing you everything you need. Big pass.
Shot in goal.
No question whatsoever by Graham. Finlay had no chance. And that power play worked to perfection. Whatever Coach Korozov drew up on the whiteboard, my goodness, it worked. And Graham getting another goal, ending this game this afternoon. Another good one with the Admirals just a bit short. And with that said, it's not quite a split. The Red Devils win both of them this afternoon or this weekend, but the Admirals do go home with 2 points, and that's a big deal. It's not quite as much of a sting as it otherwise would be. Daigle out there giving some good handshakes because this was a heck of a series. 2 games here, did a great job, both clubs. A tight match, and boy, I'd love to see this one again. Can almost see this being maybe a 2-3 playoff decider here at the way this is going for the NZIHL season. But thank you everybody for joining us this afternoon. The Red Devils taking another one, sweeping the series against the West Auckland Admirals 5-4 this afternoon here at the Alpine Ice Sports and Entertainment Centre in Christchurch, New Zealand. My name's Matt Chavez. You've been with us here, the NZIHL on YouTube. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.